Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 30th June, a journey through time of 30th June 2025, Monday. Today's 30th June highlight in history. 1632. The University of Tartu is founded. 1651. The Deluge. Khmelnytsky uprising. The Battle of Berestechko ends with a Polish victory. 1688. The Immortal Seven issue the invitation to William, which would culminate in the Glorious Revolution. 1703. The Battle of Ekeren between a Dutch force and a French force. 1758. 7 Years' War. Habsburg Austrian forces destroy a Prussian reinforcement and supply convoy in the Battle of Domstadtl, helping to expel Prussian King Frederick the Great from Moravia. 1794 Northwest Indian War. Native American forces under Blue Jacket attack Fort Recovery. 1805 Under an act to divide the Indiana Territory into two separate governments adopted by the U.S. Congress on January 11, 1805, the Michigan Territory is organized. 1859 French acrobat Charles Blondin crosses Niagara Falls on a tightrope. 1860 The 1860 Oxford Evolution debate at the Oxford University Museum of Natural History takes place. 1864 The U.S. President Abraham Lincoln grants Yosemite Valley to California for public use, resort, and recreation. 1882 Charles J. Guiteau is hanged in Washington, D.C. for the assassination of U.S. President James Garfield. 1886 The first transcontinental train trip across Canada departs from Montreal, Quebec. It arrives in Port Moody, British Columbia on July 4th. 1892 The Homestead Strike begins near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 1900 A savage fire wrecked three steamships docked at a pier in Hoboken, New Jersey. Over 200 crew members and passengers are killed and hundreds injured. 1905 Albert Einstein sends the article on the electrodynamics of moving bodies in which he introduces special relativity for publication in Annalen der Physik. 1906 The United States Congress passes the Meat Inspection Act and Pure Food and Drug Act. 1908 The Tunguska event, the largest impact event on Earth in human recorded history, resulting in a massive explosion over eastern Siberia. 1912 The Regina cyclone, Canada's deadliest tornado event, kills 28 people in Regina, Saskatchewan. 1916 World War One. In The Day Sussex Died, elements of the Royal Sussex Regiment take heavy casualties in the Battle of the Boar's Head at Bridgeport-le-Vieux in France. 1921 U.S. President Warren G. Harding appoints former President William Howard Taft as Chief Justice of the United States. 1922 In Washington, D.C., U.S. Secretary of State Charles Evans Hughes and Dominican Ambassador Francisco J. Peinado sign the Hughes-Peinado Agreement, which ends the United States occupation of the Dominican Republic. 1934 The Night of the Long Knives, Adolf Hitler's violent purge of his political rivals in Germany takes place. 1936 Emperor Haile Selassie of Abyssinia appeals for aid to the League of Nations against Italy's invasion. 1937, the world's first emergency telephone number 999 is introduced in London. 1944, World War II. The Battle of Cherbourg ends with the fall of the strategically valuable port to American forces. 1953, the first Chevrolet Corvette rolls out the assembly line in Flint, Michigan. 1956, a TWA Super Constellation and a United Airlines DC-7 collide above the Grand Canyon in Arizona and crash, killing all 128 on board both airliners. 1959, a United States Air Force F-100 Super Sabre from Kadena Air Base, Okinawa crashes into a nearby elementary school, killing 11 students plus 6 residents from the local neighborhood. 1960, Belgian Congo gains independence as Republic of the Congo. 1963, Chiaculli bombing. A car bomb intended for mafia boss Salvatore Greco kills 7 police officers and military personnel near Palermo. 1966, the National Organization for Women, the United States' largest feminist organization, is founded. 1968, Pope Paul VI issues the Credo of the People of God. 1979, the crew of the Soviet Soyuz 11 spacecraft are killed when their air supply escapes through a faulty valve. 1972, the first leap second is added to the UTC time system. 1973, Concorde 001 intercepts the path of a total solar eclipse and follows the moon's shadow, experiencing the longest total eclipse observation. 1974, the Baltimore municipal strike of 1974 begins. 1977, the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization disbands. 1985, 39 American hostages from the hijacked TWA Flight 847 are freed in Beirut after being held for 17 days. 1986, the U.S. Supreme Court rules in Bowers v. Hardwick that states can outlaw homosexual acts between consenting adults. 1989, a coup d'etat in Sudan deposes the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Sadiq al-Mahdi and President Ahmed al-Mirghani. 1990, East and West Germany merged their economies. 1993, Malta is officially subdivided into 68 local councils by the Local Councils Act. 1994, during a test flight of an Airbus A330-300 at Toulouse-Blagnac Airport, the aircraft crashes, killing all 7 people on board. 2007, a Jeep Cherokee filled with propane canisters drives into the entrance of Glasgow Airport, Scotland, in a failed terrorist attack. This was linked to the 2007 London car bombs that had taken place the day before. 2009, Yemenia Flight 626, an Airbus 310-300, crashes into the Indian Ocean near Comoros, killing 152 of the 153 people on board. A 14-year-old girl named Bahia Bakari survives the crash. 2013, 19 firefighters die controlling a wildfire near Yarnell, Arizona. 2013, protests begin around Egypt against President Mohamed Morsi and the ruling Freedom and Justice Party, leading to their overthrow during the 2013 Egyptian coup d'etat. 2015, A Hercules C-130 military aircraft with 113 people on board crashes in a residential area in Medan, Indonesia, resulting in at least 116 deaths. 2019, Donald Trump becomes the first sitting US president to visit the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. 2021, the Tiger Fire ignites Black Canyon City, Arizona, and goes on to burn 16,278 acres, which is about 6,587 hectares of land before being fully contained on July 30th. 2023, a Tajik citizen with ISIS connections wanted in Tajikistan for murder and kidnapping kills two people at Chisinau International Airport in Moldova after being denied entry to the country. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.